What's up? What's up? What's up? Can y'all hear me out there? You know that you hear me loud and clear. What's up? Online in the building. You see it. You see it. Alright? Let's act like, you know what I'm saying? Who's in the building? September. Everybody wanna be talking about that Terrence Crawford and Bud fight. Uh I'm here to tell you there's another fight in town, and that's the monster Naoya Inoue, and he's putting up all four belts against the one and only MJ. One a fighter that most people and pundits alike have all said and criticized Naoya the Monster Inoue for what? Ducking him? For ducking him. For avoiding to take the fight and putting up all four of his belts. So, there's a lot of talk about Terrence Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez. I think that there's another big fight the very next day, and we need to break down this fight. Join me here at Round One Sports TV. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, and like always, let's hop right into this video. What's up, guys, man? You guys know where all fights start, right? One. Yo, Frontline, how you doing, man? Man, I've been really locking in here on this gym shit, but also spending time with the family on the weekend here. Went down to the beach and had a great time. Was out there. Man, that salt water and that sun, that'll really beat you down. I was real like worn down that day, but yeah, for the most part, I got some videos I'm gonna upload and stuff. Uh, but I'm I'm getting the work I need to get in. Tomorrow I have to go back down to the gym itself, and you know, uh, continue on my quest here. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. What's up, guys? How you doing? The boxing outcome. Yo, my man be like, he had like different names and shit. The boxing outcome. He was up on TBV the other day and shit. I recognized your voice, brother. I ain't saying nothing. I was like, I'm gonna let it like this, right? I forgot what his name was then too, right? I was like, all right, but that's what's up. But oh, you keep saying first production, first one. You're so happy for Subriel Matias? Yeah, he won the purse bid. I guess Saudi and them, they put in their bid and they try to get the fight for the low, right? And they messed up. They messed up. And here goes these guys, and they believed in their fighter and they believe in the what the fight can generate in itself. And they was like, you know what? He ain't going to no Saudi Arabia. Sabriel Matias is taking this title fight home in Puerto Rico. Now, we could talk about that too. Is that a good thing right now? Or is that a bad thing? As we could see what happened last time, Sabriel Matias was at home in Puerto Rico and he got a little bit too comfortable, a lot of people said. So, is this a good thing for Sabriel Matias? Did he learn his lesson? Does he want to give the people back what he feels he owes them to watch their Puerto Rican star become or defend a world title in Puerto Rico? And when we're speaking of world titles, it's the WBC world title. So the WBC will be in attendance. It's always good when they're there. A lot of gifts are, given out. But the fact that Subriel Matias' team, fresh promotion, that they won the purse bid, I was ecstatic, but also I was in Puerto Rico. I was there when Subriel Matias fought Liam Paro. I seen Subriel Matias leading up into the fight. Like, and I didn't have good vibes. I didn't have good vibes on that day, unfortunately. and he wasn't able to bring home the victory. So, you know, uh this is a different time, and I think that Subriel Matias is in a point in his career where he's taking this a lot more serious. Oh, and by the way, this will be Subriel Matias's biggest payday still. Without Turkey, without them dudes. You see, because if Turkey would have won, they would have got it for the lower. They didn't have to pay Subriel Matias no more dollar amount. You feel me? So Subriel is going to get this. He's going to get the lion's share of the money. Subriel's probably going to get like 1 point something. Dalton Smith is probably going to get like 600,000. Some shit like that. I could see it. Because if the budget's 1.9, right? I think they'll give Subriel over 1. I don't know if they're gonna split the cost and give Subriel 1 and him 9, whatever. I haven't figured out the details on that, but um, yeah, it's a good moment. Whenever you get what you want, it should be good now, shouldn't it? Right? Subriel Matias should and his team should be happy right now that they're in this position. They just gotta capitalize on the moment. They really do. There's another rumor fight going around with Esau Pitbull Cruz, right? And the Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach not choosing to sit around for Tank Davis, which opted out of their fight, which ironically, a lot of people are really starting to see what Tank Davis is all about. They're going back to previous videos and they're starting to recognize all the little things and innuendos he left. Tank Davis left crumbs, like a crumb trail, all the way. Telling you, so that when the day you went back and looked at his career, you can't say, I didn't say so. I didn't tell you so. You see what I'm saying? Like, there was a point in time where Tank Davis is caught on camera, and this is coming out of his mouth when he was supposed to fight Vasily Lomachenko. And he said, why would I fight Vasily if I'm getting the same kind of money for fighting these kind of guys? It's basically him saying that he doesn't want to handle that that kind of competition. That's basically admitting that you're gonna duck him. That's what else is there? And when they asked him, hey Tank Davis, why don't you fight George Camboza for those 3 belts? And he said, yeah, tell George to vacate all 3 of the belts and I'll fight him. He was telling you, I don't want to fight for the belts. I'm not going to fight these tough fights. And he said, I wasn't in it for legacy. I didn't get into boxing for legacy. He said, I got into the boxing because I wanted a way out of my situation. I needed money. So, yeah. And so it's gonna come out, and he took this Jake Paul fight, so we all know what's going on with that. So now Esau Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Roach are like rumored to like potentially have a fight. Well, as you can see, everything in boxing is not sketched in stone because Subriel Matias was supposed to be on that Saudi card with David the Monster Benavidez and Yard. That was the card they were supposed to be on. So he's not fighting on that card. You see? So these fights can be in there. What's up, Mark? How you doing? I'm gonna go back and look at Naoya Inoue's opening workouts. I'm gonna Mark, I gotta go check that out. Um, I expect nothing less from Naoya Inoue when I watch him. That's why I'm a fan. That's why I'm sitting here with this dot on my forehead like this, because not because of nothing. Why would you know what I'm saying? Would I be sitting here with this Japanese bandana on? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm proud to be Japanese. You're not Japanese. All right. I can try. I can wish, you know. But this man is representing Japan and his country like no other fighter right now. There are a lot of good fighters. I think that Usyk in his own right for the heavyweight division. Shit is the most prestigious belt, right? You know, and for what his country's going through with Russia and everything, we all know that this is what's going on. And so there are a lot of fighters fight for country, for country. This fighter right here, Naoya Inoue, he's really brought Japanese fighting, I believe, leaps and bounds. And he's really made these Japanese fighters believe that they belong on the world stage. It used to be a lot of these Asian fighters would be good. They would get up to this certain level, and some would be world champions, not for long, and some that were champion for an extensive period of time, maybe 2 to 3, 4 years. They were in real low weight divisions, and they always fought out in Japan. So now that Naoya Inoue has really, really um made a lot of noise down in the super bantamweight division, the bantamweight division, the flyweight division, and the way he's been doing it, and he's been sparking these guys out, and a lot of really, really hardcore guys knew what he was doing, what Naoya Inoue was doing early in his career. They were paying attention to it, but they don't acknowledge it. Like right now, a lot of people are not even talking about this fight. Why? Because he has potentially of the power of stealing the night once again. Once again, here we are. All the fighters, Saul Canelo Alvarez is about to fight. And who's fighting the next day? Naoya Inoue. Didn't this just happen, his last fight with William Skull? Who saved the weekend? Who saved the entire weekend from that debacle in New York City and the Canelo Alvarez and William Skull fight? Who saved it? Naoya Inoue, that's who. That's what the people were talking about. That kind of fight right there. And I was also there in that fight when he fought Romar Cardenas. I I I I witnessed something in boxing I didn't think I was going to see it once again, because Luis Pantera Nari was the first fighter, I believe, to ever put down Naoya Inoue, whether it is in an amateur or a professional boxing match. I don't have any recorded history of Naoya Inoue ever kissing canvas or being knocked down in any fight. So until that Luis Pantera Nari fight, which is pretty impressive for, a guy. Wow. You mean to tell me that Luis Pantera Nari got basically a parade, right? Because he knocked him down, not because he won the fight. You know what I mean? And that goes to speak to what kind of fighter Naoya Inoue made himself. The legend of Naoya Inoue. You feel me? And that just knocking him down, people are like, "Oh shit, you knocked down Naoya Inoue," and Romar Cardenas, right? He knocked him down. Now it's rumored. Don't hold me to this, but I believe in the mix, Romar Cardenas' next opponent is Juncho Nakatoni. From what I got to look more into this, right? But I think they're gonna fight, and um, this is all due in part to everybody chasing one man, one guy, Naoya the Monster Inoue. Yeah, he got 30 fights with 27 big ways by knockout. They finally gave him a 90% knockout ratio. Out of the 30 fighters that he has encountered, he's only not knocked out 3 fighters. He's knocked out 27 fighters out of 30 fighters. So, um, impressively enough, he has done things in this era or in any other era that I can remember. And I've searched. I'm not sure I've ever seen anyone quite do the kind of things that Naoya Inoue has done in one solid career. Now, I've seen some interesting things in years in boxing where We saw uh Bernard Hopkins unify all four belts against Oscar De La Hoya, right? And then the run that he did with that, he beat Trinidad, Bernard Hopkins, and and then the WBO was finally recognized as a world title, and we entered a four belt era. It was like crazy, right? And then like to see all those belts draped out instead, and then you had Taylor when he beat Hot. Like I've seen some interesting moments, yes, in boxing, but I've never seen one man possess all these accolades. That he's done it truly all like that. No, I've never seen that. What's up, Koki? How you doing? Yeah, everyone's happy for Matthias. Everybody. We were talking about it earlier on the show. And then I want to go back and touch on that. Let me just briefly finish this with Naoya Inoue right here because I just want to point out um this is why I support this guy right here so much, Naoya Inoue, is because when I look at a boxer, right? And I look at how hard it is just to win one world title. Naoya Inoue on only six professional fights, which means that he had five fights coming into his sixth fight. He was already competing for his first world title. Now, real early on in his career, he knew that he was great and he wasn't afraid to show it. He on his contract when he signed his first the first order of business was I don't want no easy fights, no tune-up fights, world title fights. Get me the quickest you can get me to a world title fight. Just put me in that, and I'll do the rest. And boy, did he do it! Naoya Inoue has really, really, really um over exceeded my expectation of him as a fighter. I have to be honest. I talk about this when I first saw Naoya the Monster Inoue. I saw he was doing and moving quite exceptionally well. I didn't think that was enough. I didn't think I he just he looked like a virgin, I guess, of other Japanese fighters. I didn't really understand what he was doing at the time because I didn't give him that much attention. But the minute he entered that World Series of Boxing for the coveted Muhammad Ali Trophy, and the way he wiped all those dudes down, and I knew the significance of that Donaire fight, the Nonito Donaire fight, because I knew who Nonito Donaire was. I know he was a pound for pound fighter. I know he's a surefire Hall of Famer with four divisions. I think he has four divisions now, right? Right? Um, I think he was a three division champion when he fought no Naoya the Monster. I would have to look that up, right? And he fractured Naoya Inoue's bone. Naoya Inoue fought 10 rounds with a fractured orbital bone. And then I knew right there that he wasn't looking for a way out. And he boxed exceptionally well. And I always made this comment to my friend. I said, if you take out Naoya Inoue out of that World Series of Boxing, who wins it? Donaire walks away with that trophy. Yes, he does. If Naoya Inoue never entered that tournament, Donaire wins it. But yet, when he loses to Naoya Inoue, he was old. He was so old, in fact, that he lost to Naoya Inoue, went on later to secure another world title, defend the world title, then fight Naoya Inoue again, where he was brutally stopped in the second round. Um, they went for gusto in that fight. Both of them, they shot big punches at each other. But Naoya Inoue, above all, I've never seen anything quite like this, coming into his 25th consecutive world title fight, 25 consecutive world title fights. If you want to talk about a man that has defended titles, right? He's done that. He's done that. He's defended I think he's defended his titles like I think it's like 13, 15 times or something. And then you got to add to that the 4 times he's gonna put up all 4 belts in a row consecutively now. What he's putting up right now is the same thing that Saul Canelo Alvarez is putting up. There's a bit more at stake in the Saul Canelo Alvarez fight because of Terrence Crawford. Not because of Saul, but because of Terrence. Because if Saul wins, right? But you see, the legacy in the Naoya Inoue fights is on both sides. It's definitely on both sides. See, Naoya Inoue also goes up one with Canelo Alvarez, tied for the man in our era to defend all 4 belts. MJ has an ability to make legacy because if he beats Naoya Inoue, what? He all 4 belts, you ain't going to the Hall of Fame? And can you say rematch? Right? That'll be epic. Oh, and he goes down as the first man to beat him. He takes away his O. Yeah, so there's a lot on the line there. You see? But in the Terrence Crawford situation, Terrence Crawford has the ability to break free from all his peers in boxing once again. Meaning, when he first was the first man to secure all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions, that had never been done in the 100 years of boxing. That had never been done. No other boxer has ever, not Floyd, Ali, no one. So that was an accolade. You would think that would last what? Another 100 years before you saw some shit like that happen? Bro, 6 months later, knock knock. Yeah, open the door, let me in. Why? Naoya Inoue just got all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. 6 months. Your accolade that no one has ever achieved that lasted 6 months. Yo, my man didn't even get a full year by himself with the record. He couldn't even be like, yeah, what's up, what's up? They were tapping him on the shoulder. What, man? Can't you see I'm partying? What? What you mean someone else did it? A 5'5" Japanese dude. What are you talking about? Yo, then Usyk did it. So what separates you from everyone else of being unique, you're the only person that's ever done that. You have to be sitting in that room by yourself. You understand? I believe the greatest fighter of all time will be the first fighter to get 7 divisions with a real belt in every single division. There's 2 in 6 divisions. There's 2 people. Under that, 5 divisions, there's like, well, obviously the 2 that got above to 6, they're going to be in the 5 too because they got them. They're in the 5. That's what fills up that room a little bit. But I only think there's like 4 men in the on planet on the history of boxing, 4 or 5 men to ever get 5 divisions in the history of boxing. And then you got to go down from there, 4 divisions, 3 divisions, shit like that. That's why when you get 3 divisions, you're probably going to go to the Hall of Fame for doing shit like that for 3 divisions because that shit is hard. Get a real belt in 3 separate weight divisions. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be right here. Yeah, you're going to the Hall of Fame for that shit. Yeah, you're probably going to the Hall of Fame. Yes. Yeah. And depending what you got with it, okay? Because like I said, if you want to go down the numbers with Naoya Inoue, we can go numbers. He's got title defenses. He's got divisions. He has 4 weight divisions. He has divisions. You want to go all belts? He has that. Whatever argument you want to go down, he's probably going to end up beating whoever you're putting up against him. And before they say, yo, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Naoya Inoue ain't shit. He's not that good. He's not that great. He's little. He's this. He's that. Really, in comparison to who? Who are you comparing him to? Who's doing it better? Who are you? If you're saying that this guy right here is not doing it great, if you're saying what he's doing is not doesn't impress you, well then damn it, enlighten me. What impresses you? And who is this boxer that's doing it better than this at this rate? And I will only judge him like I expect you only to judge Naoya Inoue in his weight division. That's it. That's all I can judge your guy for, right? Many people felt that Terrence Crawford, legacy wise, he hadn't did enough. He didn't fight enough big names, you know. And there's a lot of people that don't feel that he did. Um, Me personally, I feel he beat everybody that he put in front of him, and I can't ask for anything less. I guess, you know. Yeah, there were some fights. I would have said, Terrence, you should have went that way. Okay, yeah, and and there was a time and era where the older fighter would turn around to fight the young gun. You know, I saw Floyd do that against Saul Canelo Alvarez, and boy, did he teach that man a boxing lesson. You know, Terrence could have turned around and whooped on Boots Ennis. Yes, he could have. Yes, and he could. You know, there was other big fights that Terrence Crawford could have had. Yeah, yeah, I'll admit that. But I gotta admit, he dominated everybody they put in front of him. You know, yeah, Sean Porter, everything. You know, you could say a lot about a lot of fighters. Naoya Inoue, in fact, he's fought like 15 world champions. Like 15 of those guys were legit world champions. So the way he dispatched of those guys, it's crazy, man. It was, yo, he was on some next level shit, bro. Because the majority of the guys that he was fighting and stuff, Naoya Inoue, yo, they didn't they really didn't lose to that many people. And Naoya Inoue did damage some dudes. Like I would say he really did something to Emmanuel Rodriguez. I believe Naoya Inoue. When he beat Emmanuel, he took that invincibility of confidence as a fighter. He felt until he got in the ring with Naoya Inoue, he hadn't fought anybody that fast, that strong. He knew no one his equal. And that can be a humbling experience, and it can kill a little small part of your fighter inside of you. There's nothing like fighting an unbeaten, confident fighter that doesn't know how to lose. You know, you got to tame that horse. Yeah, Inoue has beaten fighters that, like Stephen Kubo Fulton. Stephen Kubo Fulton was so good, in fact, that we're finding out that he was able to go up another weight division and become a world champion. You see? And he hasn't lost yet. And he's going up again to fight O'Shaughnessy Foster. Now, if Stephen Kubo Fulton pulls that off right there, that's going to speak to Naoya Inoue's win over him. Because it's not just that he has a win over Stephen Kubo Fulton. No, 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 no. That's not going to be impressive. It's the way he won against Stephen Kubo Fulton. Stephen Kubo Fulton is moving up allegedly to all these guys. Oh, pillow fisted, this, that, and the third, right? And he's already going up, contending for his next world title at another weight division. And Naoya Inoue, that dude, Stephen, he didn't win 10 seconds in any round against Naoya Inoue. He didn't win 10 seconds. No. He might have had like a punch moment, pop, pop. That's it. I mean, talk about a masterclass of a performance. Naoya Inoue shut him down, and he seems to be beating everybody down right now and winning pretty good too. He got dropped, yes, in one of his fights, but Stephen Kubo Fulton is on to doing bigger and better things. He sees the storm that is Naoya Inoue, and he knows that if he can move up, not one, but two weight divisions and still handle that, and the way that Naoya Inoue wiped him down, he knows the storm that's coming up that ladder. He knows it. So he's gonna he like Naoya. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. You put him in against Nick Ball, Naoya Inoue is gonna walk out of there with Nick Ball's belt. I'm gonna tell you something about this MJ dude, right? This MJ dude, right? He's what is he? 14-11 with one loss, and the loss that he has is to um Marlon Tapales, which in fact Naoya Inoue beat. Right? He stopped Marlon Tapales, knocked him out. Right? And so he's gonna beat this MJ guy up pretty bad because Naoya Inoue, he although he's not really outspoken, he's not the type of guy that always take to social media and start tweeting. That's not his thing. That's not his thing. But that doesn't mean that he's not paying attention to what fighters are saying about him, his camp, his dad, whatever, etc. And MJ has been accusing him and Ed Hearn, and MJ needs to thank Ed Hearn and them. And Ed Hearn and them, they need to set aside a little fun for Marlon Tapales' medical bills because y'all caused this shit. You guys are the reason why he's gonna get the shit kicked out of him. You guys are because of what you guys said. You guys called Japanese's hero a fraud, a fake, and that he was ducking. How absurd that a man so accomplished like Naoya Inoue was ducking MJ with at the time he had like a 12 and like 9 record or something like that at the time. And then he got these 2 cheeky ass wins. Nah, I don't even think that MJ Akmandalia really did enough for me to be in the situation that he's actually in. He got the WBA to play ball with him and push his ranking, really, because he didn't do enough. Meaning, he didn't when he lost his world titles. You would think on your way back, right? You would fight, uh, you know, some top contenders, and then fight the champion and compete for the belts or whatever. But he never fought anybody in the top 20, the top 30. MJ to award himself another shot or at those 2 belts that he lost to Marlon Tapales that now Naoya Inoue is the owner of. So but I've seen this happen. I've seen it happen uh where right place, right time type thing. Nobody wants to take the fight. You don't want your schedule to stop. You can also silence some critics and some people that think you were avoiding this guy right here. So that being said, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh shit, what? Oh, see the boss. Ha ha. Why you over here trolling me? You know what I'm saying? You check it, you making sure that I'm still doing my thing. Yeah, I'm still doing my thing, bro. Just locked in, OC. You know, gotta make sure you know we get these rounds in, OC. But I see you over here on the TBV splurging, spending big wop over there, spending 50 to shut dudes down and shit. You know what I mean? Hit the love here. You know what I'm saying? Drop a 50 spot right here at Round One Sports Talk. You know what I mean? You know? And listen, OC man, that's my guy right there. Or shall I say, uh, the next guy on the chopping block. You know what I mean? Because if you guys don't know by now, OC the boss is who I'm gonna be going up against in Border Wars November 8th. And I invite all of you guys to tune in, watch your boy Round One Sports Talk. Come out of retirement one time. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I had one left in me right there. You know what I mean? So I want to give it a try. It's nothing like, we all talk about getting up and getting into this ring. We talk boxing and everything, but it's one thing to talk it, but to be about it. And I'm not saying just because I have a boxing match coming that I'm more about boxing than you are, but definitely it speaks to my character on how I'm passionate about the sport and what I also love about the sport. And I'm not afraid to get in there and mix it up, even at my ripe young age of 51. You know, OC the boss is the one that stepped up. He stepped up and he initiated this fight right here. And I see why. I see why, right? OC got 15 fights to my 3 fights 30 plus years ago, right? OC just fought August 2nd to my 30 years ago, right? So, uh, and the weight. OC obviously can't stop eating candy because I looked into his record, his background, and one of his bad habits is eating candy. You can't leave a bowl of candy around OC and because he's just gonna tear it up. He's just gonna tear that up, right? So he's probably gonna be overweight. We're probably gonna have to go to the negotiation table on it. So the weight is against me. The division's against me. Never fought in the division. OC has fought in this division, right? So all the things are against me. All against me, all on OC's side. So of course he would take this fight. He's like, man, this is gonna be easy money against me. And I was like, what? Easy money? Oh no. Oh no. And can this be one of those cases, a cherry pick gone wrong for OC? I think so. I think so. Yo. Yeah. I see you. Yo, I see you spying on me, OC. You know what I'm saying? It's only right, you know. But your boy, I'm locked in training. I'm probably gonna go jogging right after this, right here. Uh, because OC, I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. I figured the only way you gonna beat me if you outlast me. I figured that much. You know what I'm saying? Because I said to myself, if I was in a firefight against OC, standing there squared up, let's go. He ain't going nowhere, son. Nowhere. All right. We gonna bang this one out. Uh Anything can happen in a fight. I'm not doubting anything, but I believe in my skills. But the problem is just maintaining everything at a high level and understanding what you can maintain and stuff. And OC's got a big jump on me, where I haven't even uh sparred like that, so uh it hasn't really been like real easy for me to get out to anywhere, where I live at and shit. But yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. It'll happen. It'll all come together. I believe everything will come together in the end. I believe that every step I've taken forward in this process of like challenging myself, and just showing all of us that, that we could and we can put something together if we really wanted to, like, don't wait until your time is finally up. I thought my time was up like 20 years ago. I was like, "Oh, I'm done." Like I would never be a pro or anything like that. So this experience like this right here is good. It's good for me. So yo, he OC's ball said round one, I'm coming in at 175. Yeah, who you lying to? Stop lying, bro. Yeah, September 14th and the 13th, I think it is. Because right after the Saul Canelo Alvarez fight, Naoya Inoue fight, and if you're gonna watch that fight, I advise you that pay attention because that fight's gonna be real early in the morning. And as we start getting closer to that fight, I'm gonna lock in the time. It's usually gonna be like the normal times where you get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to watch his fight. Yeah, he'll probably make his ring walk 6:30 or some shit like that, or 5:30. So somewhere around there. Like the latest I've ever seen Neil way get into a ring. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning one time. Yeah. I forgot who it was against. And I saw him get in like at that time, but it's usually gonna be like at 7 in the morning, bro. Yeah, definitely. Salute. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yo, I look, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me drop it in the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. If y'all wanna jump up here and shoot the shit, fuck it, we can do that. I'll let y'all. OC, you free feel free. Feel free if you wanna come up in here. Hold up. Let me get Mark, what's up? How many rounds is my upcoming fight with OC? Just um Well, it's we're fighting in the Masters, over 35 years old and higher. We're fighting in the Masters, the US box. So we're definitely gonna uh be fighting sanction and everything. Hold up. Ready?
1 2 1 2 mic check.
I can hear you.
Yo, what up, round one? How we doing, my boy Edwin?
How you doing? How you doing, my boy?
Good,
Hugo.
man. Good, man. Here, man. Getting out of work, got running some errands. But what's up, man? Just wanted to salute you, man, and say that, man. Man, we rocking with you, brother. We rocking with you for Border Wars, man. Man. El pueblo está contigo. El pueblo mexicano está contigo, hermano.
Thank you, thank you. Thank
Hell
you
yeah,
por
man.
el apoyo, man.
Claro, claro,
It
mi
means
hermano.
a
¿Cómo
lot
se
to me.
siente? How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. Fui para la playa y todo, pero me
Okay.
mojé y tuve como un catarrito con el pecho, tú sabes. En
Te
estos dos
mojaste los
días,
pies, te mojaste los pies.
tuve un poquito, tosado, pero estoy bien, me siento fuerte. El aire se me está viniendo todos los días más fuerte, todos los días.
¿Cómo se
Um,
sienten los músculos? ¿Cómo se sienten los músculos? ¿Cómo se sienten las rodillas, los huesos,
oye,
cómo se sienten los
mucho,
músculos?
mucho mejor, a lot
Ay,
better.
that's good,
And
man.
the thing is that um right, you start this off right. I'm starting off the process, and I start like bending and shit, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, man, that it's not, my body's not responding. So I just kept at it. I kept at it, and then I kept getting faster, and I started seeing
Yeah,
that
hell
it,
yeah.
it started coming back. It started coming back. So I could see that the more I work at it, and as long as I'm honest with myself, like
For
Where do
sure,
I
for
need
sure. Yeah.
my areas
Yeah.
to be at? What, so I definitely don't want to go out there and gas out or anything.
Hell nah, man. I
I,
mean, you gotta know how to control yourself, man. You can't go
yeah,
ham the first round, hermano, hermano.
right.
El primer round, el primer minuto, tú no tienes que estar ahí corriendo. Tú tienes que estar sintiendo la vibra, sintiendo la distancia de los jabs, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
man,
that's
you
what I
can't be
want.
going in there go, bro. Do not go in there and go ham round one. Do
Yeah,
not
yeah,
go
yeah,
in there
yeah,
and
of
go
course.
round. And your ring walk, keep it minimum, bro. You're gonna be hyped for your ring walk. Do
Right,
not let your ring walk take energy from you. Go
right,
in there. You obviously want to absorb the whole atmosphere. You know, this is a
right,
once in a lifetime thing, but you can't go in there dancing,
right,
like
right, right.
screaming,
Yeah,
like punching the air. You know,
yeah,
just
yeah,
go in
yeah,
there
yeah.
with a cool song or like do your walkout, brother. But try to minimize the energy for your walkout, man.
Right.
You know, bro, you want to keep every single last um ounce of energy for that fight, man. For that, but you got it, man. But also, hermano, shout out to OC the boss for taking that fight too, because it's a quick turnaround for OC the
Yeah,
boss too, man. It's a real quick turnaround for him.
yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
man.
And that's why I say that, por lo menos he's got to be a little bit more in shape,
Oh, for
because
sure.
it's a quick turnaround. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest with myself, but I'm not gonna overthink things. I'm gonna let nature take its course. If
Hell
OC
yeah.
messes up, I'm gonna leave OC right there, right where he is, right there. I'm gonna leave him sitting down right there. And but if not, I'm gonna prepare to go the distance. It's 3 rounds, 2 minute rounds.
Okay.
Um, I've been in situations where, that's why I try to, like, when I train, I try to bring up my intensity, because I visualize him attacking me. I visualize him trying to dump his load. But there's one thing I've always learned in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You can't cut and
for sure.
pull. And check out who just joined the panel.
Who just joined the
I
panel? Who just joined the
OC the
panel?
boss.
Not, oh, damn.
He's in the building.
Oh.
Oh, see the ball. Oh,
Go ahead,
hold
Joey. Go
on,
ahead. I'll
hold
be the
on, hold
referee.
on,
I'll
hold on,
be the
hold on,
referee here.
hold up, hold up.
No hits
And
behind the head. No low blows.
yo,
Keep it
listen,
clean.
listen,
Keep
hold
it
on.
clean.
And
Keep
then
it
he
clean.
gonna come up on my show and try to wear the Cardis like he gonna out Cardi me. Nah, brother. Nah, brother. I got Cardis too. Okay. Yeah, that's how we do around here. Welcome to the show, OC the boss. Eh, thank you for joining us here at Round One Sports Talk. This is the gentleman I will be going to war with come November 8th at Border Wars. If you don't know, now you know. OC the
Exactly.
boss, how are you doing? How's your mindset? How is your preparation, brother? How's everything?
Yo, can you hear me first of all?
Yes,
Oh
yes, I
yeah,
can.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
hear you. We hear you.
All right, all right. No, I'm good, bro. Even with the long days at work, man, I try to get to the gym. I didn't get to the gym today. It was the extra
Mhm.
after this holiday shit, man. It just be messing everything up. So it was extra long day. But I tell you what, I ain't eating no bowl of candy. You see, look.
Yeah.
See,
Ah,
What you eating
see, I
right
got
there? What you eating
you
right
see, I
there,
got,
OC the
I
boss?
got
What's that?
I got the salad with the piece of salmon in there. So
okay.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah. So, now I got to check in on you, man. They think because we a certain age, bro, they think that we still can't get down. Yeah,
Right,
listen. I get it. You ain't you. I get it. You work out daily, but as like I tell everybody, boxing is different, man. You work muscles that you thought you were working, but you
right,
never was working, right? So
right,
I know, man. It was gonna take a couple workouts for your body to get back in tune with it, and I get it. I know the pain. Listen, bro. When I'm out of camp for so long, and if I'm out 2 weeks and I go back to the gym, man, I'm like huffing and puffing, like, oh
right,
man.
right.
So I get it, man. But yeah, I had to check in on you, man. Make sure you still,
Yeah, yeah,
doing your
yeah.
thing.
No,
Yeah.
no. I definitely like to hear you talk about your experience with this because, this is new for me too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And learning what it is at my age and stuff like that. And sometimes you start to second guess yourself, like, damn. that I, take on more than I
Hey,
can,
listen,
you know.
listen,
But
listen, listen. Every if I'm out of the gym for a while, man, and I sign up for one of these fights or something, trust me, bro, I do the same thing. Like, man, do I still got it? Because it's just you've been out of working out for so long, and you just been eating whatever you want to eat, and
mhm,
now all of a sudden you got to cut back and you got to lock in.
right,
That should be it be hard, man. It do
right,
be hard. So don't get it twisted, bro. Just because
uh,
I've been active here and there. It still be hard on my end. Like you
right.
said, you gave away one of my little bad habits. I like to eat candy, man. So
Oh, oh yeah, no, I gotta
What's
study
this
you.
weight? What's this fight? What's the weight is gonna take off? That you guys are gonna aim
I
for?
think
What's the
it's
weight?
I think it's between 170 and I think the lowest we can be is 170. I think the highest we can be is like 185. I think. I don't know. Let me look on the Tiger app right now. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
look right
y'all boys gotta start locking that down, and if you guys can come to an agreement at a specific weight, like 5 pound difference, that'll be good. Because y'all boys don't want to show up, and
now.
you and
So
someone is past 15, and then you guys are like, well, what's up with this right here? You feel me?
yeah,
So man, we want this shit to be locked in. I,
right.
I'm not gonna have the privilege to go to ATL, but one day I'll make it to Border Wars, man. I was getting
Yeah.
excited when Nestor Gibbs said that he was gonna make it over here in Capotillo's gym down here
Yeah,
in LA. So I was like,
yeah.
man, I'm up in that bitch right there, brother. But
Yeah, I was
it's
looking I
all
was
good,
looking
man.
forward
I'll
to
be
that
tuned.
too.
Yeah, man, I'll be tuned in
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the YouTube, brother, on the YouTube.
Hmm.
Yeah, as long as you
Uh,
tap in and support it, you can
For
support us
sure,
that
hell
way, man.
yeah.
You don't got to be live in the flesh, man.
hmm.
As long as you tap in
Yeah.
on the stream, man, and support us like that. But round one, I'm looking at the. So I guess we both signed up at 175, and the lowest we can come in is 167. The highest we can come in is 182. So.
So
182.
Yeah, that's the highest we
182.
can come in at 182. Unless you want to tell Ness you want to change the weight and up the weight, then we'll have to redo it and we could change the weight. It don't matter to me, bro. Listen,
Well,
So
if it
so
don't,
it's
it
light
is
heavyweight right now. It's light
what?
my
heavyweight right
yeah,
now.
my
Right.
goal was after this last fight in August, my goal was to go back down. Listen, bro, when I was competing, I fought at 160 and 165. So
Oh,
you know what I
Oh
mean? Like
damn.
yeah, like being this high up in weight, bro. I mean, I still do my thing because I got skill, but I don't like this weight, bro.
You
mm.
feel a little
I
too
ain't-
full, huh? You
yeah,
feel
I
a little
feel
too full. I
yeah,
could just
yeah,
Well,
imagine.
yeah,
I could just
this
yeah.
imagine.
morning, this morning I weighed myself. I was 188,
That's good.
so I'm right there.
You right there. So I
Yeah.
would just say, listen, I'm not saying you got to peak into to the 70s round one.
Hmm.
If you can make it to 80, you right there. If you can just
Hmm.
make it to 80, listen, you doing better than me.
Hmm.
You checked in at 188.
Hmm.
I checked in at it like I'm still in the 90s, bro. I'm like
Mm.
93.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I'm right behind
Right.
you.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
Now. Oh, see the boss.
yeah,
Respectfully, my man.
yeah,
Respectfully. Like
yeah,
I don't want to throw you under the bus here, dog. But I
yeah,
gotta be the middleman here.
yeah.
Last in your last Border Wars fight, you did blow weight. You did blow weight. I don't know by how much, but you and your opponent blew weight. So
Right.
that was like an equivalent right there.
But
Now
listen,
round one. No. I'm
okay,
not
go
like I
ahead. Go
said.
ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Like
Go ahead.
respectfully. Now
Go
round
ahead.
one. What's your intake if the weight is past the limit? I mean, are you okay with that, or are you gonna make him pay a fee, or like I just want to be like right there, like I just want to get the worst case scenario. You feel
Well,
me?
well. Right now, the fight is scheduled for 3.5 point ramen noodle right. No, no, no. Check it out. Check it out. Right. That's why I'm saying, like, as we get closer to the fight, let's say we're like 4 weeks out, I'm gonna check in with OC. I'm gonna tell OC where you at. If
Yeah.
we need to talk to Ness, at that point, we're making an agreement. I don't want to show up, him have me weight drain myself, and him
No, I
come
don't.
up
Hey,
big.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to do that. Listen,
You know,
listen. I promise you, round one.
right,
Listen. Our limit is between 67 and 82, right? I
right,
promise you, I'm going down to 75, bro.
okay,
I don't like being past 75. Listen,
right,
like I said before, when I was competing, bro, my walk around was only 75.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
I just been on a long, super long layoff. And it's like, everybody keeps saying that's my excuse or why I didn't win. It's not an excuse, bro.
Hmm.
Listen, I chilled for 2 years. I didn't even go to
Right,
the gym. bro, I didn't do. I was
Right.
just chilling.
Right.
You know what I mean. So think about it. When you say sometimes you gotta let your body heal, I just looked at it that way. You know, said I got back in the ring because I was so excited and so geek. You know, I didn't follow the game plan, and Forbes did what he did. It ain't like he smoked me out either. So,
Right.
you
Right.
know, we can't say that. But
Nah,
it
nah, nah.
wasn't
That was a cool
wasn't.
scrap right there.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
a good
yeah. I
scrap right
wasn't
there. That was a
me.
Right.
good scrap.
Right.
I wasn't me. But like I say, I don't. Man, I ain't making no excuses. I'm not taking Forbes' win from him because at the end of the day, it was a win-win for the both of us, right? Because now Forbes is fighting Vega, and you know, a lot of people start calling my name. And look, I got round one. I don't know why. I don't know why they keep. I don't know why CYP got this narrative that I ducked him, this, that, and the third. Man, listen. I get it, bro. Remember, you come to the community, you're nobody. CYP is the man.
Right.
He's nobody. You're nobody. Now all of a sudden, nobody calling his name. They calling our name now, right?
Right. Right. Right.
So,
Right.
so
Right.
he trying to stay relevant. So I had told him, yeah, I'm fighting round one, buddy. I'm gonna put you on the shelf. I
Yeah.
fight you when I feel like fighting you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Nah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you. I'll keep it funky with you, right?
yeah,
Uh, you got me up at night. You got me up at
yeah,
night. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I'm pushing myself, and
yeah.
I'm also motivating myself, and also to just to show myself that
Right,
I'm not finished like that.
right.
And it's all over mind over matter. You got me not even smoking. You
That's
got
good
me.
though. But
You got
listen,
me
that's
quitting.
good,
You got
bro.
me
That
quitting things and dedicating myself to like certain meals and stuff, and it's just that uh the competition, and I like the fact that, like, look, you were honest when you said, look, I was out of the ring for a while. I didn't get to the gym. This
yeah.
fight didn't even like get me there or whatever. And look at you, can't stop watching me, right? Locked in and everything, right?
I got.
Because
Hey,
I
I gotta
motivate
check it.
you.
You
I
do.
motivate you just
Hey,
like you
listen,
got, you know what I
listen. I
mean?
can't. I listen. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. And I, listen. I'm dialed in. I'm dialed
Yeah.
in, man. I'm dialed in. And but I just can't wait to see you spar. I just want to see how.
Yeah.
I just want to see you in the grind. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
all.
Right.
It. Listen. Like I tell people, because a lot of people say I don't like showing my spars footage. You don't need to see me, man. Listen. I'm gonna fight the way I fight at on
Mhm.
fight day. Just because what you see in sparring, that don't mean I'm gonna do that. That don't
Right.
mean I'm gonna
Right.
fight that way in sparring, man. I be sparring sometimes. Sometimes I get smoked out in sparring. Sometimes I do the smoking in sparring.
Mhm.
It's sparring, bro. It's
Yeah.
to work
Right.
on. It's to work
Right.
on.
And
It's to work on things. You know what I'm
I need to
saying?
get load up some film. Hopefully, I get my some better film tomorrow. The first little sparring thing, the film didn't go so good, so I
Yeah,
wasn't gonna put it up.
yeah, yeah.
But definitely I got to put up something tomorrow or something, and I want to get something up so they also give the fans a little bit of insight in what they see, because believe me, they're gonna be some bets being placed. I on us. I
It
so
is. It
so
Now
is.
so
round
I,
one.
I
Now run.
Yup.
Let me hop in here real quick and let me ask you something because
What
you
up?
got to remember what Ness said. The CEO, the chairman, and the founder of Border Wars, Mr. Nestor Gibbs. Shout out to the
Yeah.
boxing boys. Remember, he said that because of the experience difference of you being out the ring for well over I don't know 20 years or whatever
Yep.
amount of time that is, and because of Mr. OC the Box being so experienced. How are you going to prove to USA Boxing that you're capable of being in there with a boxer that
Yeah.
had his last fight a couple months back? What is your game plan to prove to USA Boxing that you're capable of handling that pressure?
Right. So far we're like what? We're like 70 days out from our fight, something like
Mhm.
that. So
Something
Yep.
like that.
so we're a little bit out from 8 weeks of a training camp. Like I remember Keyshawn Davis. I mean, not what yeah, Keyshawn Davis. He goes into the fight with Edwin De Los Santos. What was it? 6 week training camp with Bomac, right? I know they're pros and shit. So it really
Yeah,
starts
yeah.
to lock in like the 8th week, I believe anyway. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I put up some video this week, some bag work and some sparring, so that I can let the viewers and the committee and everybody know that I'm capable of making the 3 rounds. Now, I know I think I'm pretty much capable. I just got to translate it into the
Yeah.
ring now.
Round one. Round one. Check
Yeah,
it out. I would say more of the sparring because bags don't hit back, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they want to see they would want to see how you handle yourself with punches coming back and how do
Right,
you respond with
right,
punches coming back.
right,
That's the
right.
that's the only thing, like I said before, don't get it twisted. I have 15 USA boxing fights. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You guys could have been doing smokers and smokers and smokers. You know what I'm saying? So you have experience, you just don't have it under USA boxing. You
Right,
feel me?
right, right,
And
right,
I just happen to have mine under USA boxing. That's
right.
why that's why it seems like I have more experience than everybody, but we could be on the same fucking level, bro. We could
Right,
be on the
right, right,
same
right,
level.
right, right, right. Yeah, that's my plan. To definitely get in there and get some sparring footage and put some sparring footage out and stuff. But I'm getting my feet wet back into the and getting my cycle in. I gotta
Yeah.
wait my turn too for the
Mm-hmm.
sparring, and everything
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not paying the top dollar for everything. Like my coach, my friend, he's giving me a hand, helping me out and stuff. So, and then if there's not those guys in the gym on my day, then he's not gonna throw me in with a 20-year-old all the time. You know what I mean, or anything
Right.
like that. So,
Right.
so
Right.
yeah,
And
so
then
it
and then them young dudes, they really don't know how to work, man. They think
right,
they think they in there just they think they in a fight. You got to explain to them sometimes, like, listen, bro, I get
right,
it from hearing from time to time. We might throw some hot shit out, but other than that, bro, we here to work. You know what I mean?
right,
You can't be in here booting on me, and I got a fight coming up.
right, right, right. Yeah, I get it. Do you get like those hyper ones that
Yeah, yeah,
always
yeah,
they
yeah.
want to
I don't,
prove
I
themselves
don't, yeah,
early?
yeah. I don't,
Ego.
I don't, I don't listen, bro. Cause soon as I walk in the gym, it should be out much. Soon as I walk in the gym, that's the first thing them young boys say to me. You see, you sparring, but if I don't know you and I know you don't know how to work, I don't deal with you.
Right, right,
I don't deal
right,
with you because
right,
bro, I'm not coming here to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming
right,
here to get better and possibly make you better. So I
right.
get it. Like I say, here and there, we throw some hot shit at each other. It
Yeah,
is what it is. But
yeah.
going full out, going full scale, just banging and banging and banging. How you learning anything? How you working? You ain't
Right,
working
right,
at all. You know what I mean?
right.
Listen, my first footage I put up. You see, Ness grill me. My first day back to sparring, Ness grill me. But what Ness don't understand is I was working on my defense. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Yeah, yeah, Chino looked like he was airing me out, but he was hitting gloves. He was hitting gloves. You know what I'm saying? I'm a counter puncher, bro. So I had to work that defense. You see
mm,
that next set of sparring I put out, they was like, okay, yeah, yeah, he looking to build. I'm like, man, listen, I know what I'm doing, bro. Yeah,
right,
it's cool that you critique it. You on the outside looking
right.
in. You understand? I'm in the inside looking out.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell Ness, right? He's all over me, right? He's like,
Yeah,
oh, when you didn't get any sparring, so when's the last time? So I said, Ness, I had to wait until the 25th to see
yeah,
if I was even going to be approved for this. It was the
yeah.
27th when he got on me. 2 days later, he expected me to jump in the ring, jump in, get in the ring, and spar.
Yep,
Like two
yep,
days, like Ness,
yeah.
it don't work like that. Can I
Not
get at
not
least,
round one. Not
you know?
round one. How's with the whole paperwork? I mean, I know you got your physical done. Did you get your EKG done also?
I got ready. Look, I got the band-aid on my hand. I went to back today.
Yeah.
They did
So
everything.
are the results in, or does the blood work have to come back, or what's pending right now as
No,
of
Nothing's
listen.
paperwork for you?
pending. Nothing's pending.
Yeah.
As of right around now, me and OC is a green light to go. We're already signed off on the American boxing. Where my boxing book has already got approved. There's no other step. Me and OC are already locked in on the app and everything, right, OC?
Yep, yep,
Yeah, yeah,
yep.
we're
So
it's a
then
done deal.
that but so like the last couple of things would
This
be
this was for
the
me.
fighter fee, and then just book flights, or are the flights already booked?
No,
Nah,
on my end, I still got to book my flight. On my end, I don't know if I'm driving or I'm gonna fly. I don't know yet. You know what I mean? So
Right, right,
I'm
right,
still,
right.
I'm still, I'm still working there. I'm just trying to weigh my options, like what is cheaper or what, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I definitely want to get down there at least a day early. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And get acclimated to Atlanta, and also, for the boys that's not in Border Wars, they coming down there to
Right.
get some work. Listen, I'm still gonna get in there and get some sparring in Friday night.
Mm.
'Cause just
Nah,
listen,
nah. See,
listen.
come on, man. Come on, bro.
No,
How
no,
how are you gonna be sparring on Friday night
You
when you're
can't do
no,
fighting on
that.
no,
Saturday?
And
Come
then, and
no,
on,
then,
bro.
then all of a
The
sudden,
last
no,
thing we
OC's gonna
need.
say he
no,
cut his eye. He's gonna
The
tweet
no,
cut
last
his
thing we
eye.
need. Come
no,
on, man,
no,
bro. Come
no.
on.
Listen,
I'm not sparring the night before the
hey,
fight. I'll tell you right now, I opt out of that. Opt out of
mm-mm,
that. I should
mm-mm.
be ready. I should be ready so that when I get there Friday,
Yeah,
all my work is done. It's done. I don't got nothing to prove. I might go
right.
jogging that night or whatever, a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit of
yeah,
cardio. That's
yeah,
it. And I'll go some walk through and pad work. Pop, pop, pop,
yeah,
pop, 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 pop. You know, I don't wanna be that guy, the day before the game out in the beach hitting a volleyball and tear your kneecap. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I don't want to be that guy. So,
Don't
it's
get in. Don't get in no saunas. Don't do anything extreme like that. That you could twist ankles. Don't go doing. Don't go mountain climbing. Don't do nothing. Be ready for the fight, man. Because as us, the spectators, we're excited for this fight. Me personally, man. There's a community fight. I know both of you, not personally, but man, I listen to the show every day, and man, this is like a co-main event, bro. Like, that's
Yeah.
another question. Have they gave you guys a time slot or not yet?
I don't think so. I, I think when Ness was calling it off, I think we number 7 or something. I think. I don't know. But
mm, yeah,
nevertheless, listen, I'm
yeah. I
just
want to
tapping
give
in. I'm just tapping in, checking on you round one. I'm on to the
absolutely.
good. I'm gonna finish my little meal here,
All right, you
and
do that, brother.
I'm gonna hit
I'm
hit the
glad.
shower, man, and hit the bed.
All
Got
right, man.
another day.
Hey, God blessing you, the family. I wish you the best of help and the and
Yes, sir.
and the and the best training camp. And I will see you Border Wars November 8th, brother.
I
We'll
check
we'll
back
talk
in.
some more.
Yes,
We'll
sir. I
talk some
check
more.
back in with you. Okay.
All right,
Hey,
all right.
one thing. Hey, one thing before I go, man. Listen, when you get back on TVV, bro, don't let them. Don't, especially the CYP. I call him QYP, bro. Don't let dude gas you up, man. Don't let him. Don't let him. Don't let. Cause listen, that's what he do, bro. That's. I figured that shit out, and I now understand that he don't even irritate him now. Listen, you got damn right. I've been spending some money all week. Every time you call, I cash you out. Get on up out of here, bro. I don't want to hear that
Wow.
bullshit. I don't want to hear that. Get on up out of here. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean? So
saw that. I
so
saw that.
round one, stop. You know what I mean? Don't let them dudes. Don't let man. They just talk, bro.
Nah,
Listen, they behind these screens and they just talk. That's what I'm saying. Y'all want to see me? I be where you can find me November 8th. You know what I mean? I'm not.
absolutely.
I'm not. Listen. I'm not saying I'm coming down there to be on some tough guy shit and all. I'm just saying all the talk that you're doing and disrespectful shit that you're doing. Just have that same energy when you see me. When you see me, don't be like, "Oh, you OC. Oh man, you funny as hell on the show." No, keep the same energy, buddy. Keep the same energy. You said
Hey,
I.
please, please,
You know
please
what I mean?
don't do nothing to OC until we
Yeah,
box. After
yeah,
we box, OC want to do whatever he do, then y'all
yeah,
do it.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
because CYPD no longer says nothing to me. I out talked him one time. He ain't been back since.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he don't do nothing to me. But anyway, listen, it's good to see you. I'm gonna let
Yes,
you
sir.
go. Let you finish
Okay.
eating up. We'll chop it up later. That's OC the boss,
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
Thank you for stopping by.
Peace, y'all.
Yup. Listen, Border Wars, November 8th. November 8th. And I'm locking in. I'm hoping everybody all of you guys tune in, subscribe to the channel, watch my journey. You know, we want to show we got one more left. You know what I'm saying? That it's not all done for us. And uh, a lot of people decide to do different things in their life, and this is my passion, and OC the boss is another gentleman that shares the same passion like most of us, and we're not afraid to get in there and mix it up. So I hope you guys do support us, lock in. Oh, and before I go, shouts out to my supporters. My first supporter that gave me the $300 support. They wanted to be held anonymous. I understand. But thank you. We got another um supporter, and they supported and they donated 400. So the support has really been pouring in, and with that money is going to be help me get the plane ticket and everything, my room, and stuff that I need for this to make this a possibility. So I just want to thank all my sponsors and supporters that have been contributing to my dream of wanting to box one more time. And I said if I was gonna give this a go, I was gonna really give it a go. I'm not just gonna be Jane, sitting here working out, doing a bunch of push-ups and thinking, that's all I need to do. No, I understand that there's boxing here to go. I've boxed before in a ring. I understood what it's like. I've experienced being in quicksand before in my life. I've experienced drowning in a boxing ring. I've experienced that, you know. I know that those things are real, and it's a reality. And sometimes you can think that you're a better fighter up here than what you are down here. And I'm going through my journey. I'm trying to turn back the hours, I guess, of time, and really challenge myself, and do something for myself. So fight fans, thank you for tuning in, guys. Hugo, you still there? You with me?
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. I actually had a question for you before you hop off. If you got a couple
All
more
right,
minutes, real quick. Yo,
all right,
papi.
come on.
On another boxing topic. Hey, man, what's going on with the Subriel Matias and with the Dalton Smith? I'm confused. I thought that fight was officially on the November 22nd Night of Champions. When
You
I
you
seen that it went for purse bids, I'm like, dude, I thought Turkey already booked this fight. Like maybe with your inside sources, like, do you have any information on like what was the whole mix-up right there?
Well, what happened was Turkey was the one that definitely sparked the interest of the fight. And like every business, these tycoons, they try to get things on the low. Well, Subriel Matias and them, they didn't really want to go to Saudi Arabia to fight. They wanted to fight in Puerto Rico. So lo and behold, Turkey said, you know what we'll do? We'll go to a purse bid to prove to you that nobody's going to pay Subriel Matias that much money. Same situation happened with Devin Haney, where his fight went to purse bid, and this is the same thing I criticized Devin Haney for, because
What
then
fight though? What fight with Devin Haney? Which one?
okay, which one went to the purse bid? It was when he lost the belt. Who was it? And Ed Hearn didn't bid on it, and then him and Ed Hearn.
Oh, yeah. I remember when they wanted to put him in there against Sandor Martin.
Okay, and
Yeah,
then the fight, yeah, and
yeah.
then right,
I
right.
remember.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
said,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yo, Devin Haney, you could have bid it on your own fight, bought your own fight, and basically promoted your own fight under DHP because you're claiming that, but he never did that. So shout out to Fresh Production that they backed Subriel. Fresh Production said, you know what? This fight is worth 1.9. That's what they said. So obviously, if Turkey was saying anything different, like if Turkey was saying, Subriel, I'll pay you $4 million or whatever, right? Or 3 million. I think Subriel would have took the 3 million rather
Do
than
we have
split.
a number? Do we have a number of how much Subriel
He
Matias first was?
they bought it. They bought it. The fight now. Fresh Production for
No, no.
1.9.
But how much were they offering Subriel Matias
I have
to
no
fight?
idea.
Okay.
I can't say that Turkey told them, mira, te voy a dar tanto y tanto y tanto. I don't think they got that far. I think that Turkey said, I want to do business with you. And they kind of said, okay, well, what do you got for me? Then Subriel and them probably didn't like it because notice that the opponent didn't change. So it wasn't the opponent. See, because Turkey wanted Dalton Smith. So who's he going to fight in Puerto Rico? Dalton Smith. So it's
Well,
obviously.
I heard on another podcast on El Boxeo Urbano, shout out to Cesar Serra, that he's saying that the possibilities of scratching out Dalton Smith are likely, and that the replacement could be Isaac El Pitbull Cruz, considering the fact that he got an interim title at the WBC at 140 pounds.
Yeah. And now they're saying Isa Pitbull Cruz is rumored to fight Lamont Roach, because Lamont Roach is wants an opponent. And they were saying that, what do you guys think about Isa Pitbull Cruz against Lamont Roach? So if that was
Who
to
do you
happen,
think? Who would you think if they were to present two offers to Pitbull Cruz in his desk? Who do you think he's gonna take? Round one.
you want to know the truth? Want to know the real truth? Check it out. Isa Pitbull Cruz, if he had the opportunity, lose those 10 pounds, fight Lamont Roach for his 130-pound championship, you'll get the old Isa Pitbull Cruz. He's
Yes,
5'3".
yes,
He's better for
yes,
that division.
for real.
But I don't think we're gonna get that anymore. I think we're past that. But if I had it my way, I would want him to fight for his belt at 130, and I think
Yup.
that he would fare well, in a good world. And I think he'd actually give Lamont a real good fight, because what is Isa Pitbull Cruz? There's no jab. It's nothing but violent hook, fucking thunder punches all around. It's just a brutal assault. You know what I mean? He's just coming forward, and he's just taking your shots and just coming straight forward, and it's just all power shots. So unless Lamont Roach is prepared for that kind of Mexican style fighting, I've seen good boxers wilt under that. They can't they can't sustain it all 12 rounds, man. That's a hard puzzle. Shit, ask Tank
Well,
Davis. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. What's up? Yep.
Okay,
Okay, I
can you hear me now? Okay,
Yes.
Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Subriel
Yes.
Matias in Puerto Rico. Does that seem like a ticket setter?
Well, not as much as Subriel Matias against Alberto Puello, the rematch.
Okay, so then good
I
thing. I mean,
lost
we're
you.
sidetracking a little bit. Okay, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, like another topic, why is Turki Al-Sheikh putting his it doesn't need to be the whole rematch clause? He pretty much like scrambled that, because he was pretty much saying that he was gonna pay for Dalton Smith and Subriel Matias.
Right. So what happened was, right, once the fight went under the purse bid and somebody actually bought the fight, you have a product. That's the problem now. We're past the point of picking another opponent, because someone bought the fight with their names on it. That means that the fight went to a purse bid, and somebody said, yeah, I believe in the fight. I'm gonna buy it. So I believe we're past the point of them looking for another person, or that the Dalton Smith the fight in Puerto Rico can change, because it's true. Fresh Production bought the fight at these two names were on the ballot when the fight was being presented. Now all you got to
One
do
to
is
my
put together an undercard. You know what I mean?
But the thing that's crazy is that Eddie Hearn didn't even put up the money for his boy Dalton Smith. It was just a $200,000 difference. You feel me?
It's crazy.
If he really believed in Dalton Smith, why didn't he just buy the fight out and have it in the UK? I mean, you figured that that's what he should have done if he really believed in Dalton Smith, like he was pushing him, right?
Mm-hmm. And in Subriel Matias' team believed in him, that they bought the fight, right? Now two things can happen. right? Subriel Matias can get what he wanted was a fight in Puerto Rico, and I think that this is dangerous.
Thank
It's
you.
I think
You
this
see
is
what
dangerous
happened
because
last time.
yeah, we saw what happened when he got comfortable at home. Does he fight better away? So just looks like I think that if you another place you can sell Subriel Matias is New York City.
Yeah.
That'd be another place you could sell this fight. And then even with Xander, you got a couple good Puerto Rican fighters that you could start putting together and make a good card. You got a lot, Oscar Collazo. I was just told by Keith Cologne's dad, he has another fight schedule already. It's in my phone. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of good Puerto Rican fighters and Mexican fighters that can be put on these cards, and that's always a great rivalry right there. So I think you got a good ticket with Subriel, and shout out to his team for believing in him, because as you said, Ed Hearn didn't believe in him. Obviously, I mean, he could have bought the fight, but he didn't.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy. I was hella confused. But last thing, hey, how's it
yeah.
looking? ¿Cómo está el campamento de Inoya Inoue, el monstruo
This
japonés? ¿Cómo está
this
el campamento del chamaco japonés de la mano
listen.
fuerte?
Yeah, Neil. Yeah, in a way, he's locked in. He's locked in. He looks great. He looks amazing all the time. Like I told you guys, the one thing I like when I see Neil in a way is that he's a better version of himself the next time out. He's always adding new wrinkles to his fight arsenal, and I think that this fight right here is a great fight. It's the day after the Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez fight, and this is going to be in Japan. It's going to be an early morning fight, but he looks amazing already, locked in, about to put all four belts on the line. Again, I think this will be what, five consecutive times or four, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
something like that.
yeah, he's just amazing. Naoya Inoue, he's truly, truly a great boxer to watch. So even if you don't catch it in the morning, make sure you catch his fight, guys. Make sure you catch his fight. If you guys want to see a real technical boxer, I believe he's always going to provide you with that oh wow moment where you're going to get
Yeah,
that
he
oh
did.
shit, oh
He did.
wow,
He did. He did. Do
so
we have a streaming platform? Because I know ESPN is not fucking no more with Top Rank. So I mean, that's the only place where I was
interesting,
able to see it.
interesting. We're going to have to
Yeah.
find that
So
out. Yeah, as we get
yeah,
closer,
yeah, we're gonna
I'm
have
going
to
to have to
find
hop
that out,
on.
man. Because
Yeah, Matias did
alrighty
fight
then,
2 times.
Mister.
To my boy here, George, Matias did fight 2 times in Puerto Rico. In one of the fights, he looked chunky. You got to remember, it wasn't a great version of Subriel. The second one, when he fought the Mexican cop there, Martinez, um, he looked better, right? But when Subriel looked at his best, is when he fought Alberto Puello. And as you can see, that's when Subriel was really locked in and everything. They had him even like in a house, like bordered in like a camp. Yeah, he was doing all his interviews. I remember from there. So Subriel, you don't know. He understands that time is not on his side. And if he ever wants to achieve anything for the island of Puerto Rico and have his name cemented among some of the top Puerto Rican fighters that the island has produced, well, then he's gonna have to get and do some shit and stay locked in. So, fight fans, thank you for everything. I'm about to go outside and start jogging. You guys are the best. Mark, Ninja, all of you guys, OC, the boss, Hugo, you guys are the best. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, and like always, I'm on to the next one after.